wanna go camping. Wanna go camping. I wanna ride out of this world till my feeling starts to swirl. I wanna go camping. Wanna go
And I might have had to do some of the jobs also because I can't sew and I can't measure when you do things like that. These are cushions we're trying to make for the new camper van. And of course, measure twice, cut only once. And the working together process is just like IKEA furniture. She tells me very harshly that she doesn't want to sew by hand, but that's how it is. On the workshop, that was really a tough job. Because of my stress, I measured wrong 3 times, I assembled something wrong 3 times. And first, at the 4th attempt, I reached these, you can see in the from the rear here, and they're probably going to be made different later on, actually in about 2 weeks time. But of course we needed some power also. This is my old batteries. They were sitting here for over a year, about a year, but almost full power. And the boss herself told me, what about some kitchen, water? Oh, well, yeah, I had to do that also. This is from the old camper van, so I had to rearrange some of it, make a new foundation for it. So it's time to go take off. Hi there. This is me trying to explain that we are on the very first voyage, the very first trip, a maiden voyage in the new camper van. We don't, as normally, we don't know where we're going. We just drive on all the small roads. You have to remember in such a camper van to have it cozy. So the Danish hygge involves some freshly cut flowers put in the camper van. Well, take a look at that. This is why we drive. This is Denmark when it's finest. It's in August 25th. This is called Limfjorden, the water that runs through the main part of Jutland. Out there, right out in the west, is where the sun sets. So it's a very nice place. Sometimes we only drive out there for the evening to see the sunset and have some dinner. And even the bus spins like a pussycat. So here we're on the bridge by Öresund, also a favorite spot of ours. And we're going to the part of Denmark called Thy. There's a few reasons for that, because one of the main reasons is there's not very many people. And secondly, there's not very much traffic. And thirdly, there's not very many houses. And mostly it's very, very high skies here. We call it it's a high up to the heaven, high up to the skies. It's a little bit difficult to explain. This is our destination for the afternoon and for the evening. Just look at that. Wonderful weather, small waves. Oh, this is nice. So, are you fine with this? Yeah, it's wonderful, she says. The first driving beer, well, actually it's not a driving beer because we we have stopped for the day, but this view, and this is actually why we rather have a bus with windows, so we can sit here and take in all this. Doesn't get better than this. But I forgot to tell you that I promised us a small van tour. It's a very rudimentary just the essentials to get us going. In the front, of course, the captain and co-pilot seats. Down here we have the toilet. It's just put on the floor. Well, actually it's bolted through the floor. It's not gonna tilt or anything or spill. This is our little 12 volt or 220 volt refrigerator. So the beds are actually seating for 8 people, because this is a 10-seater bus, and in Denmark the legislation says you have to have all seats with you. Fortunately for us, it's allowed to do it this way, 4 on each side, and it doesn't state anywhere that you can't sleep on the seats. So these are the bottom, and the mattresses are spring mattresses. The power in the van is just temporary, also just some 220 volts via inverter to the refrigerator, some 12 volts for the water pump for the sink. That's what there is right now. A little shelf with all our clothes and toiletry things, all the drawers with plates, cutlery, foods. And the big one is for water and the pump. And the big chairs, the nice chairs, we have right here at the bottom of the van. But it's about to get colder. Winter is approaching, so they will probably go out and first come in back in when it's springtime again. But a fantastic location, a fantastic sunset. So. Had to go to bed early because we're going on a tour tomorrow. Good morning, guys. Getting ready for breakfast. Just have to enjoy the view first, while the coffee is boiling, while the eggs are boiling. We have this little cooker for only 2 eggs. That's a pretty nice one. So. Ready for breakfast, coffee, some of the Danish rye breads, pumpernickel bread some of you call it, and a bun, cheese, chocolate spreads, nice cooked egg. So pure enjoyment. This is a rare sight in Denmark. It's a mausoleum. It's what you find when you drive on all the small roads. It's actually an old circus family that has a burial there. A lot of their ancestors are buried in there. It's about 70 years old. And I know some of you are also geocachers. So a little hint is right on the side here. There's a geocache or a cache. You have to write in the logbook, of course. We're going down to a small harbor. We know we've been here a few times before. It's a really nice location, built out into the water. And this weekend there was a lot of wind, also a lot of rain coming. But here, no wind. Just asking for directions from the boss where she wants to park, and I get to decide it. Way. Look at those guys. I think there's something coming. Oh, that little thing out there in the middle of the picture. We're gonna go see that a little later. We don't actually dislike luxury, but this can also just do the trick. So, one of us, and that's apparently me, is going out in the rain to retrieve another little thing for the geocaching. There's a little hint out here, but I also wanted to show you this special thing out here in the harbor. On top of the part of Denmark called Thy, they have something called Cold Hawaii, which is a place with a lot of surfers, some great waves. And right down here, this is what they called inland Cold Hawaii. And this is actually a shelter built on the water. This part of Denmark, there's 4 of them. They're quite new, very nice built. And the feature here is, I'll just show you. 2 seconds. Have to open the doors. So if you're staying here in your backpack, in your sleeping bag, you can wake up to this view. The sun comes in from the east there, and if you fancy a dip in the water, you can just do it right out of your bed. There's the sand at the bottom, right outside it. These can be booked on a website, but just to let you show what it was. This little cache we're gonna find, it's one of the mystery ones, so we're gonna use that number 245, and this is what Animeta is needing for the next to find the next one. But right now I'm hurrying because the rain is picking up. You see it on the water. And those bridges in winter time or after a lot of rain gets very slippery. So back to the van. I normally don't walk this fast. It's raining and she's just laughing, huh? She points to me where I think it's there, right there. Well, that's not gonna be now. And then you see the rain kept coming, but that's not gonna stop us from driving on all the small roads if we can. We try to find some roads where we haven't been before. It's getting more and more difficult actually, especially in the parts of Denmark where we often come. But then we take a detour sometimes. We're talking about our equipment for filming. You can see if you look in the right side corner, the equipment we have for the phones is jumping up and down a little bit. I hope for this video that the stabilization program can take a little bit of it off. As you saw, the passing is not that easy on the small roads. This is also a detour we make often because we love those little ferries. It's just wonderful to take the crossings. We do it in Denmark, we do it in Germany, everywhere we can. And it doesn't matter if we have to make a detour of 10 kilometers just to take a ferry. That's the fun of it. But we're actually not quite sure if they are operating now, but yeah, it was operating. And it's the level just before everything is self-service. There's one captain and there's one on the deck. And let me show you a curiosity. This little ferry is run by some volunteers, and they have this secret stash. It's called duty free. It's all the local producers of wine, beer, honey, fish, everything you can imagine from this region is sold here. These are mussels, and there are two new breweries that I don't know anything about. So, well, I'm contemplating should I have one? Oh yeah, someone persuaded me. A brown ale, and normally a pilsner, German, and then a stout. When we're going out like this, we try to spot some places where we can make an overnight stay. If we see a little parking place or see a road going in, we can look on Google Maps, see what is there. What is this? This is right beside. This is a dog walking point. There's a piece of forest right behind it, where you can walk your dog. And it's a very secluded area. There's two trash cans. There's tables and chairs. And even though the road is just, I don't know, 100 meters from here, it's situated a little low, so you can't hear the traffic and nobody can see you because of the trees. So this is one of the places we will mark on our maps and use that when we come back later if we need to stop there. So we had to go across the island of Moss, and well, that was because we took the ferry. But again, it's raining, so we just had to check out another favorite spot, see if anything had changed in the last year or so. Trying to panic the wife a little bit, driving under some bridges with signs. Are we gonna hit? No, of course not. We're not that big. This is a beautiful place with a beach. We used to be in a Volvo Veterans Club, and they have their yearly meeting here. So we have come here often, and I've been sailing here with a kayak. And it's a very nice beach, a lot of sand, and it's quite shallow. So if you are bringing kids down here, they can walk for 200 meters out without getting up to their waist. And as you see, there was just another little camper who had found this lovely spots. And then, time to head back home. This was all for this time. Hope you liked what you saw. Consider give us a like or a comment if you want to know anything more about us. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.